You think there could be other forces at play here?
When God builds a church, the devil builds a chapel next door.
And sometimes you watch these things, you really sense a sense of darkness, and that can be... Hey guys, thanks for watching Pastor Mark Reacts. Today we are talking about, can Christians watch horror movies? Let's go.
Listen, I have a story for you.
Something the Examiner will love.
A girl performing miracles after a visitation from the Virgin Mary. Give me the exclusive. What do you say we do a couple real easy questions?
How many are gonna watch? Mary wants to reach as many people as possible.
Maybe millions. There are people out there that don't believe in your miracles. How would you respond to those folks?
Seeing is believing.
I have investigated half a dozen miracles. Prove them all false.
She's here.
You think there could be other forces at play here?
When God builds a church, the devil builds a chapel next door.
Don't doubt her. Doubt weakens faith. Hail Mary, full of grace, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death.
This is not the work of the Virgin Mary. It's the work of the unholy.
Offer your souls to Mary.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, the Lord is with you.
Woo! Scarefest. So yeah, this question of, should Christians watch horror movies, be engaged in horror movies? I think it's a delicate question because so many of them are driven by literally dark ideas, demonic ideas, and having experienced these kind of things, in talking with people and even seeing, not a ton of experience with it, but seeing manifestations in people's lives. This is a really serious thing. And sometimes you watch these things, you really sense a sense of darkness, and that can be used because as Christians, we believe in the spiritual realm. It can be used to drive people to dark places. It can be used, we believe that Satan exists, we believe demons exist, and so it can be used in people's lives to actually create that fear, which we know is not from God, to create that sense of insecurity, to even, welcome these kind of things into their life, depending on their past. I know a lot of people, and why it's not just an objective question sometimes, but a subjective one. A lot of people who have had certain past and certain experiences in the occult and things, they experience these things far different than a local Joe who just like goes to eat popcorn or whatever. And so sometimes it's a relative question to people's experiences in their life. And I know people who've come out of the world of witchcraft and so on, and they can't, engage with some of these things. And then there's just people who can't engage with them because it's like this Ephesians 6 idea where Paul talks about, the devil can have strongholds in our life. And when we open up those places in our life, he actually can come in and speak in different ways and influence us in different ways. And sometimes that's through the mediums and the things that we engage, whether those are books that we read or whatever. And that's legitimate and can actually be the case. And then sometimes they're important to stir up the conversation, as I've talked about before. I know a couple Christian writers and producers and directors who lean in and do horror movies because they say to themselves, why just do another Weekend at Bernie's movie where everyone's just laughing and, going a movie about another group out on, going to Vegas or something and having a few laughs, when we could stir up a legitimate question about the spiritual realm and about the reality of evil, and is there a solution to evil, and is there good, and does God exist, and does Satan exist, and if people are at least engaging that and that's stirring up those questions, now we're having conversations that we need to be having. You read the Bible, and of course there's stories about the demonic. There's stories where Jesus is facing off against the activities of Satan in the world, and he's overcoming them, and he's saying, I'm here to tie up the strong man because the kingdom's coming and I'm doing this work. 1 John says the Son of God came to defeat the works of the devil. And so it's not, Jesus didn't come just to deal with your sin. He came to deal with the works of the devil in the world. And that's real things. And these kind of movies stir that up, where now the conversation can be had where, hey, do you believe in some of that thing, that spiritual realm? What do we talk about? The supernatural, that God exists? What do you think about, the devil? What do you think about Jesus? All of that. that. And so some of those things need to be important conversations versus coasting through life and just, watching Friends and never asking any deep questions because we've just numbed ourselves through entertainment to asking questions that actually matter. So I think with all of that said, the questions and the topics and the themes that these films raise. I mean, the other thing about it, just from a human experience, I don't watch horror movies. I hate them. They freak me out. I don't like going there, personally speaking. But I know people who do, and one of the reasons they do, and it doesn't affect them in the negative, dark way, though there's some people where it totally does, and you can't just take the approach where you're just like, oh, I'll just let my kids watch whatever. It's like they could be affecting them and putting them down a pretty dark route in their life. But I know some people who do it because it's one of the only genres where they feel something. They feel scared. There's like a visceral reaction in their bones about it, and they look for that in their life. And every other kind of genre of movie is just like, whatever, it doesn't make me feel anything, where this makes me feel something. And that's what they're pining after. And I think there's beautiful, important questions to be asked about why is it that they want to feel? What is it that they're trying to feel? Why do they want to feel scared? Why do they want to feel and have an experience like this? Because there's other realities in the person and work of Jesus that can give them the kind of satisfaction that they're going around looking for in these, constantly, I need another shot of adrenaline. It's like a drug. It's like, I need another experience. I want to jump out of a plane. I want to do this. I want to try, it's like, wait a minute, what's behind all of that? And how could Jesus actually solve that in a person's life? Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. Please comment underneath and let me know the other kinds of questions you're having, videos you want me to react to and say, hey, what do Christians think about this? What does a pastor think about this? I would love to actually see those suggestions. Thanks for watching.